For those of you who like pecan pies, today we're going to be doing a 2-bite mini pecan pie. And this is what you'll need. Pecans. You're also going to need half a cup of brown sugar. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of butter. You want to melt the butter and just slightly let it cool, and then just use a spatula and scrape it all out. There we go. Or as much as you can get out. How's that? All right. And then you're going to need just a pinch of salt. You're going to need 3 eggs with a teaspoon of vanilla, and I added the vanilla to the eggs, and we're just going to pour that right in. And of course, just scrape that right out there. And then we're going to need some Caro syrup. It's going to be 1 cup of Caro syrup. Now, I think this is ingenious because I love baking. I love how they just have the 1 cup, so you don't have to put it in something else and scrape it out. So we're going to go ahead and just pour into this, the 1 cup. Okay, so I love this. And then you're going to want to go ahead and just let it check to see. So we got a ways to go yet. And the difference is you can use a light corn syrup or the dark brown corn syrup. And we're going to do the dark brown because it gives it a little bit more of a nice flavor to it. But you can use either or, so it's what you'd prefer to use. Okay, so we are almost there. All right, so we're right there at that point. And then we're going to go ahead and stir it. So once this is all stirred up, we're going to put it off to the side and we're going to work on our pie shell. All right, so once you have your pie crust all rolled out, now whether you make it yourself or if you buy it, either way, sometimes buying it can be time saving, and pie crust can sometimes be a little tricky to get it just right. All right, so you go ahead and cut it out, and you can sit there and use a cup, a vitamin lid, whatever works. And if for some reason we're going to use a mini muffin pan, make sure to spray it first though. And then if for some reason you don't have a mini muffin pan, you can do this in a cupcake pan. The only thing is that you're going to want to cook it a little longer. And we'll start baking it at 350. And then we're going to take our pecans and we're going to, it's interesting about this pie is you sprinkle it lightly inside the bottom of the pie shell. And once these bake, they kind of rise to the top. All right, and the amount that you put in for pecans, the reason why I didn't give a measurement, and it's going to be chopped ones, so you can chop it yourself, or you can buy it already chopped. Try to get a good sale, because sometimes nuts can be really expensive. All right, so go ahead and just put them like that, and then we're just going to continue doing that, and then we're going to go ahead and put our filling in. So now we're going to go ahead and put our mixture into it. So it's very interesting to me. I just put it in a measuring cup, and I'm just going to pour it right in and try to go just over the top, but not too far over the crust, and let that drip a little bit. And then you can go to the next one. Now, the great thing about making these desserts is that you can make different mini desserts if you want, and whatever you don't use, say you don't use all of the filling, you can freeze it and put it in for another time. Now I find it very interesting that automatically the pecans kind of just float to the top, which is kind of cool. Okay, so once we do that, so you could do a mini pumpkin pie, a mini pecan pie, whatever you like. So there's you don't have to sit there and do one kind of pie with bunch of little mini ones, and see how they're floating to the top there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put that in the oven at 350. All right, I cooked them for about 25 minutes, and you notice it has a nice golden brown crust there. So let me show you what the finished product looks like. And here is the finished product. It would be great for the holidays. You can have a bunch of mini desserts, so they can pick whatever you want to. And I tried it, and it tastes really good. I want to thank you very much for watching. And this is Bright Future Baking. And if you especially like pecan pie, you're going to love this one. Check out some of our other videos. and let's make the world a better place.